One of the words of 2022 may truly be self-awareness, because as CEOs or business owners, we want to be self-aware of our own style and how it affects and impacts our companies or the people we deal with or in our sales process. So as you're being self-aware, the DISC profile was a great way to do that. And that's what we use.
Welcome to the Small Business Safari, where I help guide you to avoid those traps, pitfalls, and dangers that lurk when navigating the wild world of small business ownership. I'll share those gold nuggets of information and invite guests to help accelerate your ascent to that mountaintop of success. It's a jungle out there, and I want to help you traverse through the levels of owning your own business that can get you bogged down and distract you from hitting your own personal and professional goals. So strap in, adventure team, and let's take a ride through the safari and get you to the mountaintop.
Hey, adventure team, it's Chris again, and we're coming to the end of our season one. And what a way to end season one, talking about personality tests and how to use them best in your business. Alan and I really dove into this one, and we learned a lot. Actually, we learned that Alan's kind of a history buff when it comes to this. So we talk about the different personality types, but our personality tests rather. And the one that we use the most is the DISC profile. That is the one that has helped me the most in my business. Not necessarily hiring people, although it did help me once, really has been more helpful for me when it comes to how to work better with my people and communicate with them better. So that's a big part of what we do with this thing. Here's the interesting thing about the DISC profile. It's a pretty difficult subject to really take in and absorb and use every day at work. So one of the ways we've broken this down is that we broke down the D's, the I's, the S, and the C's, and we gave them all names. What are the D's? Well, they're your extroverted, analytical people. They're the people who have to win. Well, we call them Norm and Nancy know-it-all. They'll tell you exactly what they're thinking about and how they're going to do it, and they're going to tell you that they know exactly how to do it. Those are your D's. Who are your I's? Well, they're equally extroverted, but they also just want to be emotional. They're the people who like to have everybody over for the ball games and everybody come over to their house for parties, entertain people on the decks, go out to the bars with everybody. We call them Gary and Gloria Go-Go because they like to go, go, go. Now, on the introverted side, they don't tell you who they are right away, but you'll find out pretty quickly. On the logical side, they're introverted people. They're the ones who probably are your accountants. We call them Lou and Linda Logical. Lou and Linda Logical are the ones who will analyze things, still have the same drive that Norm and Nancy know-it-all have, but they also are super analytical and they're taking a look at everything. They're the ones who have their finances all put on a pie chart so they can see where all their money's going. Yes, I used to be that person as well. All right, let's go into the other one. Those are our S's. Now let's talk about our C's. Al and Amy Amiable. That's the name. Al and Amy Amiable are quiet. They're the ones who aren't going to let you know that you're taking too much of their time. They're going to sit there and smile and nod, but really hope that you're kind of relieving them alone. So those are the four types. We give them all names. Norm and Nancy Know-It-All, Gary and Gloria Go-Go, Lou and Linda Logical, and Al and Amy Amiable. By using those four types in our business, here's how it's helped me. It's helped me not only identify how to better communicate with my employees and my staff by using a different approach. And the other way it helps us is it helps us in sales, because understanding who our customers are changes the way you change your sales approach. So think about how powerful that would be if your sales team was able to adapt their approach based on their personality set, depending on the people that they're actually talking to. It's a very powerful tool when we talk about the DISC profile and using it to help communicate with people, not only inside your company, but outside when you're doing sales. In our business called the Home Service Institute, where you can go check us out at thehomeserviceinstitute.com, we have a whole class set up around that to help people understand DISC. We also have training available to help you understand how to implement DISC into your own business and using different ways to run the tests and also get the most out of it. So if you're interested in that, give us a call or find us online at thehomeserviceinstitute.com. Let me get back to the end of this. So as we got into more of the DISC profiles and figuring out how people really get tuned in and tuned on to something you're trying to do, understanding how they do this stuff is really key. And in the longer format episode, we really dive into some of the things that have happened to me over the years. I've had Myers-Briggs test done. I've done another thing with actually a corporate psychologist, and that was in my corporate America days. It was kind of fun. We called it Sperdutoed, but they tell you a lot about themselves. If you haven't done a disc profile, I invite you to go do that, because it really shows you a good set of how you are, not only how you are in your natural style, but how you would be in an adapted style or under pressure. And that's a critical factor for you to have a little bit of self introspection. One of the words of 2022 may truly be self awareness, because as CEOs or business owners, we want to be self aware of our own style and how it affects and impacts our companies or the people we deal with or in our sales process. So as you're being self-aware, the disc profile was a great way to do that. And that's what we've used. If you want to learn more about it, you can always hit me up, Chris at thetrustedtoolbox.com. And I'd love to have a little chat with you about it, because it's been very helpful for me. Well, we've come to the end of season one. Season one is a summary of everything that I did in the book, and Alan and I digging into some topics and going back and forth on some things. Now in season two, I'm really looking forward to it. We have a lot of great guests lined up who are going to come in and help our small business owners and our budding entrepreneurs figure out things so they don't make the same mistakes we made. So stay tuned for season two, where we get into some more interviews and really start to dive in specific topics. If there's anything you want to hear, always hit me up, Chris at thetrustedtoolbox.com, and we'll make sure we get that into one of our future podcasts. Until then, make it a great day, adventure team, and keep rising up that mountain to the success we all want to get to.
Thank you for listening to this episode of the Small Business Safari. Remember, your positive attitude will help you achieve that higher altitude you're looking for in the wild world of small business ownership. And until next time, make it a great day, adventure team.